Hello everybody, my name is Sniping is Fun. I welcome all of you back to the 34th character on the series of Newcomer ideas for the new Super Smash Bros. Game, Super Smash Bros. 5 on the Nintendo Switch. As mentioned in the video about Urbosa, the next character I'm talking about is Fawful from the Mario and Luigi series. And just like always, 3 separate categories. Why does the character make sense in Smash Bros.? Moveset ideas, and percentage chance I could see them getting into Super Smash Bros. So let's kind of go over why I feel Fawful here actually kind of makes sense to be in Smash Bros. At all. First category is he is important to the Mario and Luigi series, and the Mario and Luigi series has been around on Nintendo for quite some time. The Mario and Luigi series has been around since the Game Boy Advance. It had 2 Game Boy Advance games, 2 DS games, there's a 3DS game now. And not only is he important to the series, he's in every single game. He's always in the game, and that's the reason why he's important. Fawful is always some sort of antagonist, some sort of enemy, some sort of storyline plot point in every single Mario and Luigi game series. Any game in the Mario and Luigi series, which is the big RPG spin-off for the Mario franchise, outside of obviously Paper Mario, and it's one of the biggest spin-offs. And he represents something different. He represents a different aspect of the Mario franchise. Every Mario character we have gotten so far in Smash Bros. Has always mainly represented the main 2D and 3D platforming games. Mario Galaxy, Mario 64, Mario Galaxy 2, Super Mario World, Super Mario Land, Mario Odyssey. All these different games like Mario, Luigi, Peach, Bowser, Bowser Jr., Rosalina. All of them have represented the main platforming series of Mario, whether it be 2D or 3D. We have never had one of the spin-off series really represented yet, and one of the major RPG series for them in terms of Mario characters since the Game Boy Advance has been the Mario and Luigi series. I know it's not on the level of Paper Mario, and I would still say Paper Mario is still technically Nintendo's biggest spin-off RPG Mario series. Although technically the last couple of entries have kind of changed things up enough to the point where maybe this is now the main RPG series, because this is still mostly an RPG. They've kind of changed the genre up and did some stuff to the Mario, the Paper Mario franchise. So Mario and Luigi franchise might actually have taken their spot lately. But it is a different aspect of the Mario franchise represented. That's 2 reasons why I think Fawful at least makes sense for Smash Brothers. 1, he's important to the Mario and Luigi series. He's been in every single entry since it started back in the Game Boy Advance. He's been around for X amount of years. I'm trying to think when the first Mario and Luigi game came out. I think it was 2004-ish, I think. So he's been around for 14 some odd years. He's always a main antagonist. He's super I wouldn't say likable, but a lot of people like his presence. It's kind of like one of those random characters that shows up in the video game that you gravitate to, and people like him. He's kind of popular and liked by people. Like I said, I don't value popularity and demand over a lot of stuff, but he kind of has it in terms of fans actually really like how weird his character is, and he's relevant to the series, which is still going on to this day. The Mario and Luigi series had a game on the 3DS, had 2 games on the DS, 2 games on the Game Boy Advance. There's probably bound to be a Switch Mario and Luigi game at some point, and he's been in every single one of them. He's been the major villain outside of Bowser and other various little things. He's always been either the main villain or he's been a side villain. He's always had an appearance. He's always had a boss battle, and he represents a different aspect of the series, the Mario and Luigi spin-off series, which is probably one of the more popular spin-offs of the Mario franchise outside the sports games and Paper Mario. And it still gets used. The series is still relevant. He's still relevant to the series. He's wanted, and he's for the Smash Brothers. He's relevant to the series still, and he represents a different aspect of the Smash Bros. Franchise. And one day we might see him pop up in Mario Kart or pop up in a other sports game or Mario Party or something. So there you go. Those are the reasons why. Represents a different series that he's relevant to and has been since the beginning, and the series is still going on. So there you go. As for moveset ideas, the second category, I've never really played the Mario and Luigi franchise. I played a little bit of Bowser's Inside Story. I played a little bit of one of the ones on the Game Boy Advance, but I'm not super up to date on what this really playing the series. And I like it. I want to start playing it some more because I like, wanting to see more Mario RPG that's actually an RPG, not what they're really kind of doing with Paper Mario. But I looked up some stuff of his attacks on online. I did some research for him, not as much as say like Prince Sable type of thing or certain other older characters in the past, like Rayman type stuff and whatnot. But I did do research because I'm not super familiar with him. I'm familiar with the character, but I'm not familiar with what he really does because I never really played the Mario Luigi series. Just a little bit here and there, and most of it was Bowser's Inside Story in the DS. But for the smash attacks, he does a lot of rolling attacks. He does like physical rolling attacks. I would say focus heavily on him rolling, and then do little punches and kicks, make them. Sorry, I make them kind of insignificant because most of what he does is like special attacks, like range stuff, using gadgets, using different types of weaponry type of thing. He's not the physical type of fighter. He's not physical type of walking around too, so he might actually be moving around on the stage on this little hover thing right here. He might walk around a little bit, but you might be able to use this, like I talked about Excite Biker, riding on the bike, but being knocked off and still can walk around. Maybe he can get knocked off of this and still walk around, or maybe this is like a special type of thing he can summon so he can move around the stage faster, but he's slower without it. I don't know. But he's not really the physical, in-your-face fighter, and there's characters like that in Smash Bros. And I think they should represent that by making his smash attacks kind of mad with like some punches and kicks, and his rolling attacks. I'd say he's heavily focused on rolling attacks, make them chargeable too. So he's like, rolling into people and stuff like that. His special attacks is where I'd say he should really be diversified on, where most of the damage he can give is from, because his rolling attacks won't really do too much. So you have to, when you play as him, really learn how to do the special attacks. Really master his special attacks. And looking up the various boss battles he has, you can get a little yellow lightning bolt antenna that shoots out like lightning balls, so that's his ranged attack. He can also do some dark energy balls that he can shoot through portals, and they can fly off in different parts of the stage. So maybe he can just shoot dark energy balls. It'll be like his forward one. But if you charge it, you can do a portal that maybe has it go upwards or downwards or leftwards or something around the stage. Because that's one of his major attack lessons too. He can shoot out dark energy balls through portals that go like Portal, like game Portal, kind of fly through the one portal and out another one type of thing. So he could do dark energy balls through portals. He could do lightning energy balls from a giant antenna on top that he can get on top of his head. He has this like star laser gun too, where he can shoot out like 3 to 4 like little star beam type things, and you can either make it so he can shoot it straight, or he can maybe control it like how Ness does his PK Fire type of thing, or PK Thunder. Maybe you can actually charge it up and then you can shoot it so you can control it around the stage to hit your opponent. So maybe you can make it like PK Thunder a little bit, or you could do it standard also where you shoot forwards. Like maybe an option. So if you just tap the button, you shoot out some star beams forward, but if you charge it, you can actually control it like a PK Thunder type of thing on top of his lightning energy balls and his dark energy balls. And basically, that's basically the most of the things I kind of found out for him. He does like various gadget type stuff. But I want to focus entirely on like the antenna lightning energy balls he shoots on top of his head, and then making portals and shooting dark energy balls, and his laser gun type thing, which shoots out like star beam type stuff. So there you go. I'd say focus on that being his special attacks. As for his final smash, one of the boss battles he does what's called the Fury of Fawful, where she comes down. He gets like this propeller hat, jetpack propeller hat type of thing that he can ride around on. So make it like he brings that down. You can fly around the stage like a supersonic type of Pikachu Bolt Tackle type thing, and he attacks people with what is essentially a vacuum, which basically can pull opponents in and push them outwards, kind of like the vacuum from Luigi's Mansion for Luigi. And he also could swing around on it. He could lash it onto like a thing and start swinging around on it and stuff like that. So I'd say give him the maneuverability of his, Fury of Fawful, and have him be able to fly around the stage, attack opponents. Maybe he could use laser gun there, or use his jetpack to drop bombs or some sort of projectile attack. He could suck people in with the vacuum part of it, blow them off the stage, and then he could latch the vacuum part onto like one of the ledges on the stage and start swinging around and just like beat up opponents. I don't know, like something like that would be kind of cool, because that's like I found that as like that's like a reoccurring feature in his moveset. Like he always seems to have that Fury of Fawful like jetpack type of vacuum thing, and I've seen it at least in 2 of his battles. So make that his final smash, and it's like a little more in-depth version of Supersonic, where you can fly around the stage but attack opponents and do stuff like that. that's all I could really find on him. I'm sure a lot of you could probably think of more interesting movesets for him because you probably actually played the games, but I'm not super up to date on Mario and Luigi, so I'm sorry. But that's what I'd say for his movesets. Rolling attacks for his smash attacks, being able to use a star laser gun and shooting dark energy balls and lightning energy balls from an antenna that he can pretty much fly out the top of his head. For his special attacks, and then the Fury of Fawful jetpack thing for his final smash. As for a percentage chance I could see him getting in, due to the fact that every entry of every character we've seen from Mario so far has been basically from the main series, we really haven't seen like the spin-offs really represented in Smash Bros. Yet, so I'm not going to give them a really big chance. And even then, if they did represent a spin-off Mario franchise, Mario and Luigi wouldn't be my first choice, I would say, for him. And even if they represent Mario and Luigi, I don't think Fawful would be the first choice as well. So I'm giving him about like 40%. Like he's possible. There's a chance he can go there if they just Sakura said, "Oh, I'm going to represent Mario and Luigi. Who should I put in? Fawful." But it's like he's not one of the most big characters to put in the series, but if they want to do a spin-off character, I think he at least has a chance. So that's why I give him a 40% chance. He's been around long enough to have history, but records have shown, and history has shown, the patterns in Smash Bros. Has shown. We haven't seen like Mario and Luigi or Paper Mario, the Mario sports games or anything all that really represented. It's always like the platforming games, really. So I would say, yeah, the chances of him are about 40 to 50, but I'm putting it more at 40%. Because I think that makes a little more sense for him. Like he has a chance, but it's so small, and it really depends on if they really want to represent the Mario and Luigi's franchise, and if they really want to represent him. I mean, he's iconic to that series, but he's not really iconic and mainstay for the entire Mario series because he hasn't really broken the mold out of the Mario and Luigi series like the main Mario series characters have done, breaking out in every other thing Mario. Like Rosalina was in the main Mario series and playable, but then she started getting included in all the kart games and sports games and everything, as did Bowser Jr., and both of them were included in Smash 4. Best chance for him is to stay in Mario and Luigi and hopefully one day be included in one of the spin-off games. I'm just hoping. There you go. But I'd say 40% is probably his best chance because he's not the most likely Mario character newcomer. I would say definitely Paper Mario is more likely than him. Captain Toad is more definitely likely than him, and probably a few other characters too. Pauline probably is more likely than him. So there you go. That's my thing for Fawful and Smash Bros. 5. Put in the comment section what you guys think. Do you guys like my moveset ideas? What you probably play the game more. What would you give him for a moveset? Reasons why you think he should be in. Do you agree with my reasons? Do you have other reasons? Do you think 40% is too low, too high? Put in the comment section below. That's it for Fawful, character number 34. And we're going to go on to a third-party character next time. Sorry, Fawful. Your time to shine is out of here. Another third-party character, indie character. When I talk character number 35, Gunvolt. See you all later.